So let's start on this. This is the band shell, and I've got this little stand here that I'm going to put some subwoofer looking speakers on, or not subwoofer, but like a PA system. I started out with like a cylinder that I box modeled it with, or that I modeled with, and I'm going to box model the speaker itself, I think. And I'll bring up the concept art here in a second. So yeah, here's the PA system that's sort of set up. So I'll be creating something not unlike that. It's basically, one of those speaker settings with like a post in the middle and 3 legs that come off of it to support it. So yeah, height. Editable poly. Alright. So for this, I think I'm going to do sort of a bevel extrude situation. Do 0 for that. And then that, put that in, that guy, 0 there. Basically what I'm doing is creating a lip along the bottom of this thing that sort of supports it. Places it on the level. Check. Now I'm going to grab this edge right here and move it down just a little bit so there's like a little bit of a slope to the top of this speaker. I don't know if the concept art has that, but I feel like, yeah, it does. Looks kind of cool with that little edge there. And then I can do something sort of like this. Extrude it, 0, check, and then just move it up on the Z. Oh, there we go. And now if I grab this edge into a ring, select those faces, and extrude them, and do it by local normal. That's always aggravating about local normal, is it's not quite what you're after. Because if you notice, it's going straight out here and straight out there, and then these faces in the middle get sort of weird, like catty-cornered effect to them. I feel like the best way to fix that is to just go in here and actually manually move the faces up and down respectively. It's not going to be perfect, but there we go. And then I can probably collapse this guy up here. Or select these guys and remove them. There we go. So now, I think having a bit of a bevel on the inside of this will be good too. Let's extrude it by 0. That way it's flat. And then just pull it in. And then do another. Change this to 0. Move that in. Change this to 0. Move this guy in. And if you notice, what I'm doing here is basically just creating a little lip. I can then use So let's make the speaker parts themselves. For that, I'm going to do cylinder. Align that to this X, Y, and Z. Darn it, I'd pivot. Align it to this. There we go. So right now there's way too many segments to this. So I'm going to change some of the settings under the cylinder parameters. Convert this to a poly and start to model it. I'm also going to save myself some time here and actually go in and attach everything to my original cylinder and call this PA speakers. And I'm actually going to move this pivot so that it's congruent with the ground. Pivot only. Set this value here to 0. And I'm going to attach my two objects that I just made. This is a little bit too thick right now, so I'm going to move it in. Gamedev. And set the extrude value to 0. Move this guy in. Another one. Move that way in. Connect that ring, just one, and then I'm going to move it in a bit. Take this guy, pull him out. Getting there. Make another edge loop here, or edge ring rather. I'm going to connect this with 2, I think. And slide, I'm going to set to 0. There we go. I want that on a different smoothing group than our outside ring. It's coming along quite nicely. I'm actually going to shrink this top one down just a little bit, and then I'm going to clone it and make a larger one at the bottom. Oh, what did I do? Oh. There we go. So I feel like this speaker's a little too tall for the stand it's on, so I'm actually going to grab the whole shebang up top and just move that down just a little bit, and maybe even do one of these too. There we go.